Good morning in the journey way. This is Brother High Tim coming at you with Give Yourself Permission. Today, we're going to continue with our conversation about resetting your life. We was talking about habits, and we went through the habit cycle. We almost made it through because in earlier times, they only thought it was 3 parts of the habit cycle: the cue, the regimen or the routine, and the reward. But through later studies and looking at human beings, it was noticed that there was a 4th part of this cycle. And this 4th part is one of the most important because it generates the desire to start the cycle over. Remember that word desire, because we're going to work with that a little bit more. So we have this urge, it's called it's not temptation. I'm going to use urge right now because I just got done running. I'm tired. I had it on my mind. Give yourself permission to notice your cravings. That's the word. It's cravings. So this craving drives the cycle to start all over. So after you get the reward for a minute, there's no cravings because you're satisfied with the rewards. But then there is later on a craving which clicks the cue. So now what I want you to do today is to watch your cravings. Look at what the things that you are craving, because until we get to what we are craving for, see, because all these steps we got to look into, but when we understand what we are craving, we can in a sense find a better way to satisfy that craving rather than some of the negative habits that we may have developed. We also can develop cravings for certain things. Like I called one of the hashtags for the show is a session habit. You could build healthy habits. You could build habits of health. You could build habits of success. And the key point is we want to use this habit mechanism to help us build towards a better life. Now, one of the next pieces that we're going to look at is the willpower, because this is why I was talking to you earlier about how much glucose or how much sugar your body needs, because when we use willpower, we are burning energy. We are burning thought energy, and that thought energy causes the brain to use up more sucrose. Now, when we are able to start setting up our habits, the habits make it easier for you to do things. You won't have to use as much willpower. Actually, you get to certain habits. You could develop a habit to a point where you don't even have to use willpower anymore because it automatically happens. But just going back to the urge, to that desire, that drive, you know what I'm saying? We have to start noticing these, because when we notice them, we can start looking at them, and then we can start finding other ways to satisfy the craving. All right, but we got to notice them first. See, because this journey is a journey of self-realization, and the only way that we're going to be able to master who we are and go to where we want to be, or realize what we truly are, rather than going somewhere, understanding that everything that we already want is already in us. We just got to be willing to do the work. We have to realize we got to study ourselves. We have to really get to know this machine called the body. We got to really get to know this thing that we call our spirit, and this thing we call our mind, and these things we call our emotions, so that they all could work together to move us forward in life rather than holding us back. Usually we develop these negative habits when we embrace something, trying to, in a sense, find a craving or satisfy a craving to bring ourselves back in balance. But once it becomes a habit, we no longer have control of it, and it throws the scale off. So the emotions are out of whack. So we look for something to solve that emotion. But once we get our emotions in whack, we keep on doing that habit. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get our mind in check. Once we get our mind in check with this habit, we don't need it no more, but we hold on to this habit, and too much of the mind throws the rest of our system off. We look for something for the spirit. What happens? We do it too much, and what happens? It throws everything out of whack. Same thing with the physical body. You know what I'm saying? We look for certain things to solve some of these pains. This is where those physical addictions come from, because we're looking for something to solve some type of physical pain, and we keep on using it beyond the point we need it because it has become a habit. All right. So now look for your cravings. Give yourself permission to seek out your cravings, because now we're going to pull everything together in the next coming week. All right. This is Brother Hatim, and I'm saying, I pray that your day be as beautiful as you are. Please remember to check out my website at www.giamijourney.com and check out my other radio shows. You have a great day. Peace.